Hello and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online Vvardenfell. We are back in Aldrin. And, well, so far things look peaceful, but then again, we haven't said to Qa'Rajh that he's not the Nerevar. Thing is, he probably knows that claim is bogus. Why else would he need armed men?
You've returned.
To bully. Yes, I have.
The wise woman returned from the cavern of the Incarnate and went right into Scar to meet with the tribes. Qa'Rajh is in there too, about to be named the Nerevar. Tell me you came back with something to stop my brother's rise to power.
I spoke to some of the Incarnates and they gave me these scrolls.
Of course. Use the tales of the failed Incarnates to counter Qa'Rajh's arguments. That's brilliant. Well, except for one problem.
And that is?
An Outlander has no status in the Council. The Ashlanders won't listen to a word you say. Someone else has to present the arguments. Someone they trust.
Hold on.
I suppose that means I have to challenge my brother. With your help, of course.
I mean, it's not my word, it's the words of the scrolls. I'm just presenting them. So this would end the discussion given that it's read. I'm going to wait with that because this seems... How can I help you if I can't talk to it during the council?
You spoke to the Incarnates, not me. I'm familiar with their stories, but I'll need you to help me choose the appropriate argument to counter each of Qa'Rajh's claims. I hate opposing my brother. I just don't see another way.
When should I give you Incarnate Ranso's scroll?
Incarnate Ranso was strong and powerful. He thought that by strength alone, he could unite the Ashlanders. He failed. When Qa'Rajh proclaims his power, that's when we'll refer to this scroll's sad tale.
When should I give you Incarnate Aduri's scroll?
Incarnate Aduri was a champion of my people. She defended us against great threats. But when she grew to love war for war's sake, she proved she wasn't the Nerevar. When Qa'Rajh proclaims that war is the answer, hand me this scroll.
When should I give you Incarnate Darnat's scrolls?
Incarnate Darnat thought his way was the best way. He rejected the counsel of the wise women and the Ashkans, something Nerevar would never do. When Qa'Rajh proclaims he knows better than anyone, we'll use this scroll.
Alright, let's go dispute your brother's claim. I don't see any way that this could go anything other than horribly wrong. So this was why we weren't allowed to enter... Well, we were allowed to enter Scar before, but it didn't make sense. Once the mighty and colossal Emperor Crabs ruled all of Vvardenfell, but they put aside divine pursuits in favor of mundane satisfactions, and were diminished to become the mudcrabs of today. Are we any different? Vizrula the Mad Prophet. See, now if you had just been called Vizrula the Prophet, I might have been inclined to agree, but since you're called the Mad Prophet...
Must we continue this farce? It's obvious that I'm the Nerevar.
Someone has stepped forward to challenge your claim, Qa'Rajh.
Seren, I'm disappointed in you, dear sister.
Enough. I shall hear your arguments and render my decision.
Even the Outlander can see that I'm the most powerful Ashkan. My strength alone proves that I am the Nerevar.
Qa'Rajh puts forth his great strength as proof of his claim. Give me the scroll that discounts such a trait for the Nerevar.
Boop!
Yes, that's a sound argument. Incarnate, appear!
As a warrior and as an Ashkan, I was the most powerful of my age. But for all my strength, I failed my people. Don't follow my example.
The faithless houses dare to threaten our land, but we shall meet them in battle, and I will lead us to victory.
I mean, no.
This is more nerve-wracking than I anticipated. Which scroll do you recommend to counter this argument?
Are you serious?
That makes sense. I'll try that. Incarnate, appear!
I thought the path to the Nerevarine was a path of blood and battle, but my love of war was my undoing. War is not the way.
These failed incarnates prove nothing. I need no counsel but my own, as befits my status as the Nerevarine.
I mean, you literally only have
think it's
one
working.
scroll left.
One more strong assertion, and
Couldn't
of course,
you just have gotten
we'll see what
those from the
happens.
start? Eh.
Incarnate, appear!
I refuse to accept the counsel of the wise women and the Ashkans. I thought I knew best, but I knew nothing. That is not the way of the Nerevarine.
Seren and the Outlander, their arguments have merit. Chodala, we deny your claim. You are not the Nerevarine.
This proves nothing! Look how the staff protects me! I am the Nerevarine! Red exiles, slay
Brother,
the unbelievers!
no!
Circle around!
Yeah, I had a feeling something like that was going to happen. If you can't talk to reason, use brute force. No better than any other dictator. But, yeah, didn't expect nothing else when we sort of started hearing about it. Oh, down there. Sure. Wait your turn. I'm helping Flappy. And you're in my way. Honk. Alright. Anyone else? Oh, a boss. Gulakan Yusastin. Oh yeah, that's the champion that we saw before. Well, we saw him recruit her before. Fire hurts. But you know what hurts more? Your feet. And you know how? By my hands and Flappy's wings. Ooh, Defiler. I think that's a part of a set. So let's see how much of a battlefield Aldrin has turned into now.
Go to my hut and get my healer's sack. Now.
Right away, wise woman. I hate what my brother's become.
Mortal, I would have words with you.
Okie dokie.
Chodala has been revealed as a failed Nerevarine, but that hasn't dissuaded him from his reckless course of action. As long as he wields the staff, he shall be unstoppable.
Well, beat him over the head. Take the staff. Simple. What should we do?
Time is against you, mortal. Even now, Vivek, that pompous usurper, grows increasingly weaker. As much as I deplore him, Vivek cannot fall to Chodala's vile magic. There's another power at work here. One I can't quite put my finger on.
There must be something I can do.
Return to Vivek City. Do what you can to aid Vivek, and pay heed to my faithful vessel, Saren. I name her Champion of the Moon and Star. She will play a pivotal role in ending her brother's march toward godhood, if she survives.
I'll return to Vivek City.
That was exhilarating.
I agree, but oh boy. Why can't you just have a quest be in a place? Or at least, hey, go to this place. I'll meet you there once it's done. Gah, I hate this way of structuring quests. It's stupid. This is the first area that I've played through thus far that I've done it like this. And it's very, very poorly done. Ugh. I don't think I've ever used way shrines as much as I am now, and that's saying something. Oh, this is so stupid! So is this one? Nope. Oh, this one just leads away. So it is, yeah, okay. Temple way shrine. Oh! I hate this. I hate this. It's such a stupid way to design these quests. It diminishes exploration. It halts any kind of flow. See,
I don't like the looks of that sky.
Then don't look up.
As a god weakens, so too does his city suffer. I know my people grow fearful. Even the Archcanon is distressed. But the energy that remains to me holds the moonlit in the sky. At least for now. So what news does my eyes and ears bring to me?
We discredited Qa'Rajh as the Nerevar, but he escaped with Sunara.
How this upstart Ashlander learned to attune Sotha Seal's tool confounds my understanding. And he dares use my power? Still, your help is appreciated. Every strike and parry takes us one step closer to ending this threat and restoring my vitality.
I mean,
To Lord Vivek's condition, it falls upon us to find a solution. Lord Vivek must conserve his remaining energy, so we need to solve this problem on our own. It all comes back to Chodala. That damned Ashlander's draining the warrior poet's power. We need to stop him and get that damned staff.
let me guess. Barrelsar's Tower, that one questline, the basement. Sunara makes Qa'Rajh invulnerable. How do we circumvent the staff?
How should I know? That's
Yeah.
not a skill the tribunal teaches.
Yeah.
Return to Barrelsar's Tower and get Sotha Seal's former apprentice to provide some kind of countermeasure. I'm sure he knows more than he's told you. I do have one concern, though.
Just one?
You see right through me, Outlander. I have more worries than a Kwama queen has eggs. I'm talking about Chodala's sister. Saren claims to want to help, to want peace, but I don't trust her. Seek out Barrelsar, but be wary of the Ashlander's sister.
I'll return to Barrelsar's Tower and see if he knows how we can circumvent Qa'Rajh's staff. Oh, this is so...
We need to find a way to overcome the device he's wielding. Find Barrelsar and make sure that crazy mage provides you with something we can use to save Lord Vivek.
Can we be certain that the staff is required to save Lord Vivek? Yes! Yes! Again, I don't like when our main character is as daft as someone who can't read. We literally retain about maybe 10% of what we experience, and the rest is just like in one ear and like, fascinating, and then out the other ear, and then 10 minutes later when we need that information, we're like, was that important? Did I learn that? What does this thing do? I don't know. I'm stupid. Ugh. I get that you have to write a character that's sort of fluent, sort of ambivalent, sort of floating all over the place. That's fine. But even a blob can retain memories better than our main character in this game.
Is the bull sure it can bed the Betty? No. But by all accounts, we'll be better off with Qa'Rajh in our hands. And
yes, exactly. That should be logical. That should be 1 + 1 = 2, or 2 + 2 = 4. It's not rocket science. Why don't you trust Siren?
The female Ashlander? Well, if that wasn't enough of a reason, remember that she's also Qa'Rajh's sister. Blood sings to blood, as the warrior poet so elegantly put it. Be wary of that one, Outlander. She'll stab you in the back. Mark my words.
I don't think she will, actually. And if it is, it's probably going to be a very limited sort of kind of step, sort of like a, yeah, I mean, I trust you, but you are not going to keep Qa'Rajh. That is basically now going to be a relic for Azura. And I'm like, whatever. Sure. Why does Vivek's condition threaten Vvardenfell?
Vivek loves this land, and the land loves him in return. He's always had a special bond with Vvardenfell. Is it so hard to believe that Red Mountain reflects his suffering? Beyond that, there's also Bardao, the moonlit that floats above us.
Tell me about Bardao.
Lord Vivek's intervention stopped the moonlit from crashing into the city. He holds it above us by strength of will. But as he weakens, so too does the power that keeps the rock afloat. If Vivek's energy wanes further, it would spell disaster.
Goodbye. Ugh. Can't we just go somewhere new? I'm really, really looking forward to exploring something new. Exploring is a big part of this. And this questline is basically just like, hey, you found point A, now go to point B. Okay, now back to point A. Now back to point B because you missed one item that you could very easily have picked up while you were in point B the first time, but you didn't because it didn't exist then. So now you have to go to point B and confirm that the item that you found was correct. Now head back to point A to confirm that this object that you found was indeed the object that you needed for point B. Oh, wait, you weren't done at point B because you didn't pick the flowers. Fuck you! It sucks. Like, the other regions have been set up so that you more or less, perhaps not so much through the main quest line because of its limited chapters, but it's been set up so that you sort of go to the major settlements in a nice, neatly, sort of semi-explorative pearl of strings. That works out. That makes sense. That makes you explore the area because you have a quest telling you to go to an area of the region that you have not yet visited. That is perfect. That is a good way to do questing and exploration on top of each other. This in Vvardenfell, you basically have maybe 5 locations. 5 locations. That's it. Everything else is just like, I mean, it's there. You have no incentive to go there other than exploration. But you're not ever told to go there because it's a quest. Like, I have the sort of, oh, I can see this thing is nearby. I wonder what that's about. And natural curiosity sort of pokes me to go to explore that place. And it's only because I have that I would really go to those places. Because Otherwise, you'd just be like, nah, these things don't matter. It pisses me off, in case you couldn't tell. So we have to probably go to Barrelsar's basement, which we could very easily have gone to in the first place, but no! No, 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 that's not how this works. No. So I have actually been recommended to do, if we zoom out a bit, the Telvanni questline, which I believe is somewhat over here, Telvanni Peninsula. That has been sort of suggested to play, and yes, if it's any better than this, because this is horrendous. Please let that tonal thing be active, because I do not want to activate it once again. If you can hear something in the background, that is because I have an open window and there's currently a downpour of not insignificant proportions. But it's nice and cooling. It's not active.
Is someone up there? I could use some help down here.
Sure. Ooh. That was a nice one. Tower under structure.
Hurry, please. I have a natural aversion to Daedra.
Scarfing. Okay. Let me just look through the stuff. Because there might be items of use or value. Disassembled Centurion. You're gonna want to be a little careful with that. I don't know what your deal is, and I don't care. You're going to die. You put a floor trap on Flappy, a flying Daedra? You're out of your mind. Whoa! A hot guy. You're a sight for sore eyes. Yeah, we know what that does. Just attack the central one, the other ones don't really do anything. Oop. No, try to attack me from behind, eh? Think you're so wise and clever. And how come your illusions don't persist? Again, you're basically just an upgraded version of a for someone with daggers. Thank you, Flappy.
Wipe your feet and come inside.
Barrelsar's inner sanctum. So what did you do to make Daedra interested in you? That's the way out. I will read your books before we do. Can I? Yeah, I can get that soul gem because. Yeah, sure. Well, then I'm gonna. Now it's mine. Ah, you can keep the water. Sounds like you need it.
so hard to concentrate and maintain schedules when interruptions constantly occur. Don't they know the Great Gear never pauses in its rotations? So that was you up there. I appreciate the assistance. Daedric entities can be very unpredictable.
Why were Daedra attacking you, Barrelsar?
Logic has very little place in the behavior of Daedra, my hopeful associate. Studying the fabric of reality does tend to attract unwanted attention. These creatures appeared just before you entered my tower. I wonder, why have you returned?
I've located Sothasil's tool, but it's been altered to steal Vivek's divine energy.
Ah, a modification of my master's old experiments, turning a simple tool into a dangerous weapon. Ingenious! Evil, yes, but also quite brilliant. A tonal inverter should counter it. Uses sound waves to temporarily disrupt the flow of energy.
Do you have a tonal inverter I can use?
No, of course not. I just invented it. I need
What?
proper components to build such a device. My hirelings scour the land for materials all the time. Here's a list. Head out the back door and ask them to direct you to these common dwarven components.
Where can I find these hirelings of yours?
Hirelings? Yes, they worked for me, before they quit, ungrateful netches. Still, I paid them well before the pistons slipped their alignments. They should know where to find the components. Last I heard, Snorfen and the others were in Molag Mar.
Oh, that's at least fairly close by. Do you think the Daedra will return to trouble you?
The situation is wound dangerously tight, but I believe the gears revolve around you. Once you leave, I should be perfectly safe. Or at least as safe as I ever am in the midst of all these experiments. You, however, stay vigilant, my friend.
Can you tell me more about these components you need me to find?
I could, but I won't pour 5-year-old Flynn into a cracked decanter. No offense. Suffice it to say, they're fairly common as far as Dwemer components go. Use the list and talk to my former hirelings. I'll build the device the moment you return.
Aren't you supposed to be a mage? Like a fairly powerful one? You should be able to defend yourself. That seems to sort of be at least the basic of knowledge when it comes to using magic. Alright. This has been a confusing mess of an episode. And there's no way, like, I could have... the only way to make it sort of concurrent would be to basically cut this up into 3 small episodes. So one 10-minute episode in Aldrun, one roughly 10-minute episode in Vivek City, and one roughly 10-minute episode here. But I'm not gonna do that. That's really against my style, and it's quite frankly jarring. Right, in the next episode we will be at Molag Mar and hear how far these hirelings want me to go. I dread this quest because I have a feeling that, given that we've seen plenty of Dwemer ruins all over the lands, some named, well, most of them named, but few of them without a marker, that they are going to play into this right now. But until next time, take care.